Sometimes when it gets really cold, I cover myself in blankets and go in the car to warm up.
Yeah. That's good timing by the dog. Happened to have someone nearby who could handle that. I feel like Maggie is like so low to her center of gravity spread out. She'd be better off with that. Also, she hates the cold, so it hasn't been an issue.
Not an issue for you.
Haven't been out there.
The timing of what's headed our way, right? So we have some snow and a mix coming tomorrow. This is a kind of a weird thing, right? Some of the schools will be impacted during the morning commute, some in the afternoon commute, and they're going to have to make some decisions about what they're going to do with their days.
I think Ryan pointed out this is a tough one for superintendents to figure out. I'll tell you what the weather is, and then you figure out what you want to do from that. You know, it's one of those situations. 48 today in Portland, 51 in Wiscasset. We talked about having 2 days where we would have that spring feeling. Obviously, this is the second of those 2. Here's our storm system, which is not, a super well-developed storm. It's essentially an open wave, which we'll have another one, by the way, on Saturday. So it doesn't turn into this big nor'easter that's not rapid strengthening, anything like that. But this area of now mostly rain will move into a colder air mass for us tomorrow morning and give us mostly snow. And it's essential to note that tonight temperatures will drop more than they have the last 2 nights. So that allows our temps to get down now into the teens and 20s, even some single digits across northern Maine. And that's important because as the storm moves in, it's initially snow pretty much everywhere. I will say temperature profile over the southern coast especially is really quite marginal. So I think we start as some wet snow, but I think we change over pretty quick over the southern coast into the mid coast, over to sleet and then rain. Inland though, and we're not talking far inland, 5-10 miles inland, it will stay snow longer through the mid-morning, through the late morning hours. This is 11 a.m. And then that snow is continuing, and some of the strongest snow is about the middle of the day here out into southern Oxford County, back through New Hampshire too, and into down East Maine. The way that this air mass is split here, it will be snowing there through the middle of the day as well, changing over to sleet and eventually rain in the afternoon for a good part of the state. So this entire area that's green here will have seen accumulating snow first, and then rain on top of it. So it'll be a slushy kind of mixture there. And then this whole system moves out tomorrow afternoon. So total amounts, 1 or 2 inches along the coast. Again, I think it's a quick change over there. 2 to 4 for the rest of the state. I did add a 4 to 6 inch bullseye here because I think we could just overshoot that 4 because it'll be snowing long enough. Next system that moves in after a quiet day at Friday is similar on Saturday. It's another not super strong, couple of inches of snow, ending as a little bit of light rain on Saturday. So this is Saturday morning through the afternoon. It looks 1 to 3, 2 to 4. It looks like kind of the same thing to me. So again, tomorrow, I don't know. And then here's the other thing that gets really tricky, Chris, is like at some point it does snow in Maine a reasonable amount.
Yeah.
And so this, for some areas, and I think especially along the coast, this may fall into the category of
it's just a pain.
You just go to school and work and whatever, and everything's fine. I think it's, Oxford County, I could see it's a little bit heavier there, and it lasts longer through the day. So anyways, that's for them to decide. Colder Sunday, Monday, and then probably warm again mid next week.
And I think this is, as you just explained, it's one of those cases where people for decades and for hundreds of years have gone to school in the snow and in the rain.
Yes, not to sound like an uphill both ways person, but certainly like 1 inch or 2 of snow is something that
we all contend with at some point in living in Maine. All right, thanks, Keith.